Just as a player, does this kind of underscore the transactional nature of this business?
It's always been transactional. Players are held to a different standard of loyalty and commitment to a program, but the organizations don't get held to that same standard from the outside world, either whether it's from media members or fans. And we all should be held to that same standard. Like, it's a transactional game. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of business involved too. So this got to be the biggest trade I've seen since I've been in the league or since I've been watching the sport. This is insane. So yeah, it's just the balance. So many great players. Two great players just got moved. It's just, man, I just can't wait to see it all on the floor and see,
Kevin Durant reacts to the AD and Luka trade. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Insane, it's crazy.
Really crazy.
Yeah, would have never thought Luka Doncic get traded at this age, mid-season. Yes, the NBA is a wild place, man. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, for grabs, So yeah,
Anything's possible.
So the fans, somebody spectating is pretty fun. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking, probably for Luka and everybody in Dallas, LA, AD. So everybody involved, I'm sure, their heads are spinning right now.
I'm sure they burning up Luka jerseys in Dallas right now. I know they're up in an uproar, but if Luka's saying that he's not going to intend on signing when his contract is up or explore, opting out of that contract, the Mavs, they had really nothing else to do. Of course, they could have looked around the league and tried to get multiple first-round picks, but if they wanted to stay competitive, getting an AD in return, I think that's a fair swap. You got Max Christie, another young part that's pretty much going to be like your Klay Thompson Jr., and then you got a first-round pick. So this may have been the best thing they could do, especially while keeping things under the wraps. So I'm sure LeBron James, he's rubbing his hands like Birdman, and the GM strikes again.
Just as a player, does this kind of underscore the transactional nature of this business?
It's always been transactional. The players are held to a different standard of loyalty and commitment to a program. But the organizations don't get held to that same standard from the outside world, either whether it's from media members or fans. And we all should be held to that same standard. Like, it's a transactional game. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of business involved too. So we shouldn't be too shocked about trades with guys moving to different teams, coaches moving to different teams. It's just the nature of playing basketball and us making this much money involved too. So it's pretty wild times, man, NBA, especially around trade deadline time. I know everybody's gonna be watching their phone the next few weeks. Next week,
I'm watching now.
We got 5 days. I know everybody's gonna be following them.
Yeah, it ain't no loyalty when it comes to the organizations, the teams. They put that loyalty stuff on the players, but KD is right, and he should know more than anybody when he left OKC, and Stephen A. Smith called it the weakest move by a superstar player. So he knows when it's time to go. He knows that this is a business and, got to get your money. It's hard for a player to stay with a franchise forever. So if you got an opportunity to leave, still get your money and win championships, it is what it is. That's where we're at in the NBA.
Updates, so yeah, it's crazy.
Do you feel like this shifts the balance of power at all in the West?
Yeah, I mean, you got two.
Got to have Luka and LeBron playing.
Yeah, like you got Luka, LeBron, Reeves, you got Kyrie,
and Andy, right?
Gafford, Live, man. Yeah, it's just the balance. So many great players, two great players just got moved. It's just, man, I just can't wait to see it all on the floor and see, hear from both of them too. I know that first time talking is gonna be an eventful time, So wow.
And they went to the finals last year. I mean, does that underscore it even more? Like, this team just went to the finals and their best player just got traded.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, as far as the balance of power, it definitely shifted more toward the Mavericks' favor. As far as the Lakers, it's going to be tough to see how LeBron and Luka play together. Both ball-dominant players, how they're going to be able to divide that between the two. You get a possession, I get a possession. You get the first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth. So to see how they're going to work things out as far as being a duo, that's going to be interesting. And as far as the Mavs, defensively, they're on another level. Offensively, they took a hit, but not as big of a hit because AD can still give you 25 and 10. So you're still going to get your points. Kyrie, he's going to step up as the number one option offensively. He's going to be able to put up 25 to 30. Clay, he's going to make his threes. Hopefully his game can open up. Max Christie, he's going to be raining some threes as well. And he can possibly be a starter. So the Mavs, they're looking good in the short term. Long term, the Lakers are definitely looking great with Luka for the next 10 plus years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I dealt with that too, coming out the finals and you trade a huge part of your team. And it just takes something away. It takes something away. It takes your identity away, especially when you had success. You know, you got to kind of reshape your team and figure out who you are as a unit. With a new guy coming in, but they got veteran players over there. Kyrie's a champ already. AD's a champ, so I'm sure they'll figure it out pretty quickly. But it's just the nature of the sport, man. Anything can happen, man. Keep you on edge.
Do you think it'll force other teams to do something big?
I want to see what the Suns are going to do. You got a Bradley Beal that definitely wants to be traded, but is he going to opt out that contract? So the Suns, they can make some moves as well.
For sure, I mean, you start seeing stuff like that, and you, as an organization, you might get a little bit more courage to do some stuff when you see another team trade away somebody like that. Right. This got to be the biggest trade I've seen since I've been in the league, or since I've been watching the sport. This is insane. So yeah, every other team might get confidence to say, "I'll trade my." You know what I'm saying?
As far as the biggest trade in NBA history, you got to think about LeBron to the Miami Heat. Believe that was some type of sign-and trade. You got KD to the Warriors. That's another huge trade. But just as far as the most shocking trade in NBA history, Luka and AD is definitely up there.
Right. Players, and a few of my top players, like, this ain't working. But yeah, I'm
Players
still
gonna
shocked.
How did you find out?
Man, a couple fans was just on their phone during the game in the fourth quarter and just said, "Luka got traded." I'm like, "The f-?" Then our security guys showed me his phone. I'm like, "Oh man, I seen Shams. When Shams tweeted, you know it's the show." So like I said, crazy league. Looking forward to the next couple of days.
It's crazy, man. You know, I really don't know what to say about it. You know, Luka being a guy that, you know, everybody's claimed is untouchable and untradeable, and, you know, the NBA shows you again.
Right.
Yeah, no one's untouchable. Anybody can go. Even Luka. Again, the weight issues, 270 plus pounds. Not being in shape when the season starts, so anybody can go. And again, I know Devin Booker and KD looking at Bill like, it's about time for you to go, bro. They got to kind of bolster up this roster. So the Suns, they got to make some moves as well.
Just can't predict it. You know, it's a business. They're always having a conversation about you. You know, so you know, don't think you're safe at any point.
You feel like this shit?
Ain't nobody safe.
I mean, you have to let it play out. I said no. You know, they have to build chemistry on both sides. So, you know, I'm interested to see how it turns out. I'm sure the world is too. So, you know, building the business.
I mean, you've been on the finals team before, though, but to see a team that was in the finals make a move like that, I mean, obviously you said it surprises you, but does it add anything to what just happened that they made the finals last year?
I mean, that's on them. That's their decision.
You weren't about the Suns right now.
Might have been how it turned out in the finals, what they were seeing, whoever's making the calls over there. So, but, you know, AD's a really good player. Probably my favorite teammate to play with this summer on the Olympics. So, you know, both teams got great players, obviously.
How'd you find out? We saw Damian leave, found out from someone in the stands. Like, you guys lying on the bench. What happened?
Yeah, somebody told us on the bench. Said Luka. I said Luka Garza.
Everybody thought they was hacked.
Right, to Garza, right.
Yeah, so definitely one of the most shocking trades in NBA history. I thought Shams was hacked. The whole world thought Shams was hacked, but this is legit. AD on the Mavs, Luka on the Lakers, and we'll see what happens moving forward with both of those teams.